Hello and welcome to this video about imposter syndrome. In my experience coaching, absolutely everybody has imposter syndrome to a greater or lesser degree, and I'd include myself in that. It's completely natural. But if you're finding yourself in a place, for instance, you're in a really great job, but you're constantly telling yourself and believing that other people are also telling themselves that you're there by chance, you're not good enough, it's not your own efforts, it's just luck that's got you there, then your life is kind of being impaired, and you need to try and find a way to empower yourself to a happier and more confident way of approaching it. So I think what happens is your subconscious is the main part really of your driver. 8% of your conscious brain gets you through on a daily basis the things that you have to do, and everything else is kind of happening under the bonnet, if you like. And if you're giving your subconscious messages that you're not good, that you're not worthy, that you didn't deserve it, it's just going to support you. It thinks that's what you want to hear, so it just keeps supporting you with the same messages. So if, for instance, you're going into work, you've got a problem with someone at work, you go in with the expectation that it's going to be difficult, and then it is difficult, so you go round in the circularity of thinking, saying, well, there you go, I was right to think that, so I'll just go on behaving in that way. So the key really is to change the message. Now, it sounds incredibly simple, and it is simple in many ways, but it's just not so easy to instigate and make yourself keep doing it. So the way you think absolutely affects the way you feel, affects the way you behave, and affects the outcome. So if you can think of yourself as, I am good at this, I am worthy of this, I can make my life happen the way I want it to be, and give those messages to your subconscious so they start to support you in this different view of yourself. You might try visualizing yourself in the place that you really want to be, in the way you want to feel, because if you can daydream, if you like, your way into how it would be great to feel, your subconscious will start to pick that up, and it will give you back messages of things that you didn't even know were there. You may find it's giving you ideas that have been submerged by this constant annoying little voice. It may be useful to think of the annoying little voice, this imposter syndrome voice, as a character, like a little garden gnome called Enoch, or whatever you want to call it, so that it just seems ridiculous. And think of yourself, the one that you want to be, in a really empowered way. Think of a time when you felt really on top of this, and try to wear what I would call this confidence cloak to help you live the way that you actually want it to be. I'm not for a minute saying that you shouldn't allow this emotional distress, if you like, this discomfort, a place. It obviously has a reason for being there, but it may well just have become habitual to be this way, that in a sense the fact that you feel uncomfortable has become so habitual to you that if you were to take that discomfort away, the thought of changing is kind of scarier than living with the discomfort. And the great thing about slow change, about accepting that you can change, is realizing that the world does not crash around your ears, that things can actually just get much better, and that you're in control of them. I think one of the things also that might happen is if you unconsciously set yourself unrealistic expectations and then you're not able to meet them, this helps you stay stuck in this place. So maybe just accepting, at least for a while, that just good is fine, that getting by is fine, that you're really good at what you do, you deserve to feel good about yourself. Try talking to someone who knows you really well. Ask them to give back to you their view of what you do really well, and start to live it, start to believe it, visualize it, become it. So think differently, you'll feel differently, you'll behave differently, and you'll get a much better outcome.